Hi YouTube. I'm very tired, but I've been wanting to do this for a while, and so I'm just gonna push through it. I got this letter from my mother a couple weeks ago that I wrote her whenever I was 15 and I had just ran away from my father's house. I had lived with her up until I was 13, and then when I was 13, my father convinced me to move in with him. And in 7th grade, I got caught sneaking out at a friend's house, and he thought that I was doing drugs. But what I did is what I told him that I did. And, I pranked a girl's house, ex-girlfriend's house. It was a bad prank. Maybe a little grosser than toilet paper, but I wasn't doing drugs, and he didn't believe me, and he put a gun to my head and knocked me out and made me stand at attention and all kinds of, like, really scared the hell out of me. And then 2.5 years later, I had snuck into his bedroom and I got this porno mag that he had in his closet, and I had it underneath my water bed, and for some reason my stepmother made my bed, found it, and I came home from school and my entire room was empty, and I was terrified because I thought for sure I was going to go get sent to military school. So I ran away. And this is the letter. This is the letter, and I find it really fascinating because it has like really strong narcissistic patterns in it from me. So it's really interesting to see myself. I know, like, I was still a teenager, and at the top of the letter it says Rob is a fool, and scratched out. So I don't know. So it says, Mom, hi, how are you? I'm okay. If you don't know why I'm writing to you, call Dad and have him inform you. To start off, I'm staying at one of my friend's houses. His or her parents are letting me stay. They don't mind. The reason I didn't go back to Dad's was that I was in fear of my life, which I really was. I think if I would have gone to military school, I would have gotten like that kind of I don't think I would have sat well with me. I am tired of hearing him tell me how much he hates me. Now, so this is defaming his character, and he never said, I don't think I hate you, son. But there's many ways to speak, and he sent those messages quite frequently whenever I stopped aligning with his idea of what I should be, and became an individual. I was the golden child that quickly turned into the black sheep. He always does that. He always tells me how much he hates me, and then later tries to apologize and make it all better. Which in a way, he would do that whenever he would realize that his image was, he never apologized for the extreme violence and the psychological stuff was a lot worse. One time he said, I think I was a little rough on you. Anyway, but deep, he always does that and later tries to apologize and make it all better, but deep down it really hurts. I was planning on asking you if I could move in with you after I got out of Roosevelt Junior High. There were so many times I wanted to move back, but I never had the courage to do it. I don't ever want to talk to Dad again. The reason is that I never lived up to his expectations of a son, which is definitely true. He has told me that millions of times, and it finally sunk in. So yeah, he didn't, not millions of times, but please don't show this to him. He will say everything I say is a lie, and he will pretend that what he always pretends, that he is the perfect dad. He did pretend that quite frequently. I am very sorry for making you do this, but tell Dad that I will never speak to him again. Stonewall. Because I am not good enough for him. I was planning on asking if I could move in with you when I got out of Roosevelt. I don't want to move back in with you because of Dad. Well, Dad has some part in it. But I want to move in with you because I can talk to you. I mean, with my feelings. So I'm love bombing her. I think my mom envisions herself as an empath. I never realized how much you did for me. Of course, you know, I definitely could not talk to my father about my feelings. And my mother didn't want to hear my feelings once they didn't align with the church. I never realized how much you did for me until I left. Love bombing. I took everything you did for me for granted. It took me 2.5 years to find this out. I know you will be just as strict as Dad, and the only big difference is that I love you and not him. Bobby. And then there's a smiley face. But yeah, personality disorder is generational, and like seeks like. But such a great thing to have, to be able to like look back into your mind and see your manipulations. You know, thank goodness my mom kept it. Thank you, Mom.